Officials say there have been no changes to the operational security as the convention kicks off just 2 days after the assassination attempt on former President Trump. We are learning, though, there will be changes to former President Trump's speech. ABC's Jay O'Brien and ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman joins me now from Milwaukee, where the RNC is kicking off. Jay, what are you seeing there in terms of security preparations?
Well, obviously, security, no expenses spared here. The Secret Service says, as you noted, that it is confident in its plan. It's not going to make any significant wholesale changes to their security plan that they've already been working on for a year plus. Nonetheless, what we've heard, not just from attendees and from delegates here and Republicans who are in town for the RNC, but also from law enforcement that we've talked to, is that while the security plan, the exact footprint, is not going to change dramatically, they are on, obviously, just themselves, a heightened state of alert given the events of the last few days.
And Matt, Wisconsin state law allows people to openly carry guns and to conceal carry with a permit inside the so-called soft perimeter of the venue. Is that raising any concerns there in the aftermath of Saturday's assassination attempt on former President Trump?
It certainly has, Diane, especially with leaders here in Wisconsin and in the city. And by the way, if those in the studio here, I'm having mixed minus issues right now. So where we are right now is the so-called soft perimeter, Diane. And this is an area where protesters have been allowed to congregate. There are several hundred people, maybe 1,000 here right now, who have various banners up, Stop Trump Racist and Republicans. They're pro-Palestine, anti-Israel, banners up as well. There are people who are decrying the Republicans' abortion stance. And so these are all permitted protesters, but just on the other side is the hard zone. That's where there are no guns, no vehicles. That is an area exclusively under the aegis of the Secret Service. But this is under the state, so you can't bring a tennis ball or a paintball gun or a 2x4, but you can carry an AR-15 or any firearm of your choice. That is one of the strange ways that Wisconsin law works, and there's nothing that law enforcement here can do about it. But they have to be aware of it, and that's what they say that they're doing. Right now, there is no specific or targeted threat against these protesters or convention goers. The biggest concern is that there will somehow be some violent interaction between convention goers and the protesters at this point, but that doesn't seem in it right now, Diane. It almost has like a carnival atmosphere right now.
And Jay, Trump says that he will announce his vice presidential pick today. What are you expecting to hear from him on that front? And could what happened on Saturday impact that choice?
Well, it's still unclear exactly if he's made his decision, Diane. The last we know was that there are still 3 top contenders. That short list that we've been talking about for days now, that you and I have been talking about since that rally in Pennsylvania on Saturday, where that assassination attempt occurred, if not before. And those 3 top contenders are Marco Rubio, Republican senator of Florida, J.D. Vance, Republican senator of Ohio, Doug Burgum, Republican governor of North Dakota. And we don't know exactly who has been picked. We know, as Trump said on Fox News earlier today, that he is going to announce this pick today. And the sense we get from watching some of the preparations play out is that it's going to try to be done, at least, in this kind of pageantry-style theme during the convention. This reveal. The Trump team and Trump himself have been able to keep this name, even if they have decided on one, somewhat close to the vest. No one has yet reported who it is. Nobody seems to know who it is. And that seems to be intended to have this kind of reveal-style a moment here on Monday night. But as we've been talking about, it doesn't just change the tenor of that VP announcement. That assassination attempt just casts a shadow over this entire convention, and it has changed the convention, where lawmakers are now saying that they want to talk about unity.
Jay O'Brien, Matt Gutman in Milwaukee, outside the RNC. Thank you.